Hi guys, so with the launch of our Open Peak Competitors Program coming up at the beginning of April, I just wanted to spend a little bit of time to tell you about the program, what it's going to involve and how we're going to be building towards the next Open, which is in October. Okay, so obviously this year's Open, or 2019 Open for the 2019 games, is just finished. Okay, hopefully you all had some great performances, and obviously now is a great time to kind of take stock, see where we're at, and then start to build towards the next one in October. Okay, obviously this year is unique in that we only have 6 months, whereas in the past, obviously you had a full, or almost a full year to build towards the next Open. Obviously this year's, like I say, it's unique. It's not going to happen again, right? But we want to make sure that we're maximising those 6 months so that when it does come to October, you're going to have your best Open performance yet. Okay, so like I say, we've got 6 months. So what that means is we can break the training period down into around three phases. Okay, so kind of 2 month blocks. All right, each one building on the last, so that by the time we come to October, you're ready for the Open. Obviously we don't have an exact date yet, but we have a rough idea of when we're going to be building towards. Okay, obviously at the end of those three phases, on top of that, you're going to have your competition phase, okay, which is going to be taking part in the Open itself. Those 5 workouts, again, it's going to be a big part of the program. We're going to be taking you through, obviously peaking, tapering, making sure that you know what you can do on the workout. We'll be putting out loads of workout strategy videos and making sure that when the time comes, you're absolutely ready to go, okay? So obviously, aside from the actual program itself, you're going to get a lot from us as coaches on top of your programming, okay? So we're going to be sending out weekly videos explaining the week's programming so that you guys know exactly what you're meant to be doing. It really helps you guys buy into the program. And when you're in your session, in your training sessions, okay, you're staying nice and focused because you know the point to it. Okay, we don't want you just drifting along for 6 months, kind of just going workout to workout without any real kind of idea of where you're headed. Okay, obviously we know we're aiming to get ready for the Open, but obviously that can be broken down into lots of smaller parts. Okay, so we're going to be putting out weekly videos explaining that. Within the sessions itself, we're going to be putting on like target times for the workout, so you know based on the level you want to be at, what kind of times you should be hitting. All right, workout strategies, how you might want to think about perhaps breaking workouts, pacing workouts, not pacing workouts, depending on the goal of the workout. Okay, so again, you guys have a really good understanding of what we're looking for from that session, okay, which is going to help you push or not push as hard as you need to, depending on what we're looking for, okay? Obviously, we're going to, like I said, we're going to set your targets. You're also going to have coaches on hand, okay, so me, James, we're going to be able to give you feedback on your results, all right, so that can be in terms of your conditioning pieces, it can be in terms of how your strength is progressing, it can be in terms of your technique, okay? So obviously using the training platform, you can upload your videos, which means we can give you feedback, give you things to focus on. If we think that there's extra things that you might want to do which are going to help you progress a little bit quicker, we can point you in the direction of those things, all right? So that you're really making the most of this 6 months, okay? We want to help you do that as best we can, all right? So obviously, like I said, 3 phases, all right? So we're going to be heading into phase 1 at the beginning of April, okay, so just over 10 days time. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what phase 1 is going to involve, okay? So obviously in terms of your barbell work, your strength work, all right, a real focus on phase 1 is going to be developing that foundational strength, okay? So it's going to be on your obviously your barbell lifts, your squats, deadlifts, strict press, okay? To make sure that then when the time comes later on down the line, you have a real good basis of strength for us to build on, okay? So how's that going to look? All right, we're going to be using things like tempos, okay? So tempo squats, keeping that time under tension nice and high to get the adaptations that we want, okay? Don't confuse this phase with power, okay? We're not necessarily, obviously, your 1 rep max Olympic lifts will hopefully go up as a side effect of the increased strength, but that's not the primary goal of this phase, okay? That's going to come later on. So obviously, like I say, tempos, time under tension, okay, spending or putting that stress on your muscles to get the adaptations that we want is going to be a key feature of this phase, okay? With regards to your Olympic lifting, okay, we're going to use that time. There's going to be technique work, so you're still going to be lifting, right? You're still going to be doing each lift at least once a week, so that we can really focus on your technique. So like I say, when it comes to the time when we're really trying to maximize your Olympic lift in terms of 1 rep maxes, you're ready and you can make the most of it, all right? And obviously, of course, it being us, tailor-made programming, we love some accessory work, okay? So there's going to be some accessory work in there too to help correct any of the common imbalances that we see in general CrossFit athletes, okay? And like we say, because we're going to be keeping an eye on you, watching your videos, if there's any extra accessory work that we think you might need to do to correct any imbalances or any mobility work, movement work, anything like that, we can point you in that direction, okay? So that's your strength work. Gymnastics, all right, obviously again, big factor of the Open this year has been gymnastics. We've seen strict handstand push-ups, obviously toes to bar, chest to bar, bar muscle ups, all that kind of stuff, as you'd expect, handstand walks even. Okay, so this first phase, we're going to be looking at developing your gymnastic strength, mainly focusing on your strict strength, okay, not so much strength endurance. We're not going to be doing kind of necessarily massively high volume of, say, strict handstand push-ups like you might see in the Open. That's something that's going to come further down the line, okay, and believe me, it certainly will. We're going to be focusing on developing the strength on obviously your handstand push-ups, strict muscle-ups, strict pull-ups, also developing your skills, okay, so your handstand walks, all that kind of stuff, so that when, like I say, when the time comes to start to increase the volume, you're ready and you're not still trying to master those movements, okay, that's already been done, that's in the bank. We can build on that as we get close to the Open, okay? Obviously there's going to be movement progressions in there, so it's going to be quite an inclusive program, so if there's certain movements you don't have yet, like your strict muscle-ups, there are going to be progressions in there for you guys, so that you can, like I say, make sure that at the end of the phase, you've got those movements sorted, so that then we can start to build volume, build strength endurance in those movement patterns, okay? Then in terms of your conditioning, obviously, furthest away from the Open, it's a real good time to focus on building that base level of fitness, okay? That can obviously take the form of aerobic work, well, most likely to take the form of aerobic work, and that's going to be a big focus of this phase, so that then, as we get close to the Open, like I say, we can really start to add the intensity, okay, and you can handle it, and you're going to be ready to add the intensity, okay? And there's going to be, obviously, still going to be shorter, more intense conditioning pieces, but they're going to complement what we're doing in the rest of the training, okay? Obviously, we don't want to give you a real hard workout, let's say loads and loads of thrusters on a Tuesday and then make you do tempo squats on a Wednesday, because really that's what we want to be focusing on, okay? So all the workouts are going to fit with the overall goal of the program, as opposed to just being workouts for workout's sake. And like I say, you're going to get loads of targets, loads of information about what we're looking for on each workout before you do it, okay? So you're going to have a real clear understanding of the direction the program's headed, okay? So I hope that helps just give you a bit more information about the program as a whole, also what we're going to be doing in phase 1, and I hope to see you on the program.